Sal Magley Stadium. My name is James Burns, bringing you live coverage of PGCBL action as it is the Newark Pilots coming to Sal Magley Stadium in beautiful Niagara Falls, New York to take on your Niagara Power. Now, if you missed last night, well, to be frank, you missed a trouncing. It was the Niagara Power finishing over the Newark Pilots by a score of 18-1. And yes, that was 18-1, not a typo, not a misspeak. It was the Niagara Power all over the Newark Pilots from the start. And good hitting all the way around. Cole Gabrielson had 2 hits, as did Brock Rudy, Nick Balsano, and Tyler Coy, all that have been great for the Power so far this year. And by the way, Ben Miller, making his first start for the Power, went 4 innings, allowed 2 hits, no runs, and 9 strikeouts. So a great outing for him, a great outing for the rest of the Niagara Power, and they welcome in the Newark Pilots again for a rematch tonight in which they can hope for more of the same, more of a dominant performance. And we waited for the Niagara Power to get more of their players in. One of the caveats of having a lot of Division I, a lot of talented ball players is that, you have the talent, you have the excitement, but you have to wait for them to finish up playing in the College World Series for some of them and their respective tournaments. We've waited, we've been patient, and now we're starting to see a lot more of this talent come into Sal Magley Stadium and have success against these teams. And it will be, like I said, the Newark Pilots tonight again. Sam Stoutenborough will be on the mound for the Niagara Power. He's making his first start of the year as well. And Sam Stoutenborough from University of California, Berkeley, just finished up his junior year, the 6'3" right-hander. And he finished up the year, as we pull up stats on him, he had a great year. He's, again, another Division I talent that the Niagara Power are keen to get and have been good at getting. A lot of great talent on this Niagara Power squad. And he finished up with a 3.73 ERA, 1 win, 2 losses, and he came in mostly as a reliever, making 13 appearances. No saves, but 41 innings pitched, 42 hits, and 32 strikeouts in those appearances, and he'll get the start today. It'll be interesting to see how a reliever does, how long he'll go into the game. And as always, interesting to see how all these players will turn out as the season goes on, as Stu Peterson makes his way back to the Niagara Power dugout after the exchanging of lineups, as is mandatory before every game. The Niagara Power, we saw them get their first win of the season against the Newark Pilots just under a week ago. It was last Saturday. That was a score of 7-5, where they overcame a 4-0 margin. 4 runs in the 4th inning to tie it up. They went ahead in the later innings and held off a Newark rally to close out their first win of the season. And Niagara still trying to find their step as they move forward in the year. Under 500 coming into today's game, as they will attempt to climb out of that hole. And like I said, a lot of talent for the Niagara Power. As the head coach for the Newark Pilots, Jacob Tobin, makes his way back to the dugout. He speaks with his team. We're waiting on our first pitch, as the 2 home plate umpires dressed in light blue. Excuse me, the 1 home plate umpire, 1 field umpire, as they wait dressed in light blue for the game to start. A little bit of a windy night here for the Niagara Power at Sal Magley Stadium. We're going to step away real quick for the national anthem. We'll be right back on WLVL, your neighborhood station. Hello and welcome back into Sal Magley Stadium. My name is James Burns, bringing you live baseball action as the Niagara Power welcome in the Newark Pilots. I'd like to thank everybody who's tuning in. Well, a big thank you. We couldn't do it without you. We're happy to be broadcasting on WLVL. I myself just bought a house in Lockport. I'm becoming more and more familiar with the area as time goes on. A great neighborhood and a great radio station. As we now get started out with the infield warm-ups for the Niagara Power, it'll be Sam Stoutenborough on the mound getting the start, primarily a reliever at the University of California, Berkeley. So we'll see how he does in a rare start. He'll be throwing Nicholas Balsano, the catcher. Starting at third is Roberto Mejia, Bryce Arnold at short. Noah Marcello will be at second base, and Scott Ogren will be at first. Left to right field will be Alex Green, Cole Gabrielson, and Aaron Greenfield. Talented collection of players, mainly from out west or Division I schools. A lot of talent on this Niagara Power squad, and I say, not a matter of if they get going, but when. Talked to a few players that have been in California the last year and a half for the COVID-19 pandemic. Chandler Giles specifically spoke with him a few nights ago, and I said, well, when's the last time that you had a start? Or any of the guys from California who have been living in California. He said, well, it's been about a year and a half. Me, myself, forgetting that California's been completely shut down, and while a few players have been playing in the 2021 season, it has not been a luxury that all of them could afford. It'll be Brendan Chisholm starting things out for the Pilots. Followed by him is Jacob Corson and Jack McDonald, all due up in the first inning. Nick Adamo is in the designated hitter spot. He'll be cleaning up there. Kevin Higgins will be batting fifth. Marty Cole in the sixth spot. Frankie DiMartino in the seventh. And 8, 9, and 10, Patrick Blackall, the extra hitter. Max Gebauer and Kyle Wood are the 9th and 10th. Newark Pilots in their dark blue jerseys and gray pants. Niagara Power wearing their black jerseys, a yellow and blue camouflage on the sleeves with their white pants as well. So here we go. First pitch from Stoutenborough, a called strike on the outside corner. And we are officially playing ball. 79 degrees, a little windy. And first pitch at 6:09 as strike two is swung on and missed. Chisholm, the right fielder. Obviously the duty of the leadoff hitter to get on base. Stoutenborough working quickly here. He steps and fires in a high fly ball to center field. That'll be Gabrielson underneath that one. Calls off his right fielder and makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Three pitches, one out. And now batting the center fielder, Jacob Corson. Corson saw him get the start the other night as the Newark Pilots came into Niagara Falls. Stoutenborough steps and delivers. Call and strike on the inside corner. He's nailing the zone so far. Stoutenborough again. Ball low on the inside for his first ball of the day. That's 1-1. Stoutenborough again. Swung on and fouled off on the left side. 1-2 the counts. And for those of you in the area, in the Niagara County area, keep in mind the ever-promising lure. If you bring a foul ball back to the concession stand, free piece of candy or cotton candy, as ball two is on the inside. And 2-2 the count with one out. Corson gets ready in the box. Back foot on the back line of the box as per usual. And a breaking ball low in the zone. Well, that'll make the count 3-2. Good job by Corson to work the count full. Fans trickling in from outside of the stadium to inside of Niagara Falls' Sal Magley Stadium as ball four on the inside. Stoutenborough lost him there for the first walk of the game and first base runner for the Pilots. This brings up the third baseman, Jack McDonald. Just finished up his junior year at the College of St. Rose, a Meriden, Connecticut product. My apologies if I'm not saying that right. As he watches strike one low in the zone. Bit of a head tilt from him back to the home plate umpire, but not his opinion that matters. It's the man behind the plate dressed in light blue. Stoutenborough looks over to first, checks again, and fires in. And strike two called on the inside corner, quickly 0-2. A lot that Stoutenborough can do here. Seen a fastball, obviously, and a few breaking balls that he's kept low in the zone. Don't want to miss high with those. As he comes set and delivers, swung a chopper foul down the first base side. McDonald, the third baseman, will be followed by Nick Adamo, the designated hitter responsible for clearing the bases. As per the title of the cleanup batter, Stoutenborough delivers. Swung on and a high chopper hit to Stoutenborough over to first in time. That will advance Corson to second. This brings up Adamo. Adamo listed as a catcher from Bucknell University, from Paramus, New Jersey. Just finished up his sophomore year. Stoutenborough looks back at second and fires in. Strike one. And 2 outs in the top of the first inning. We're just getting started here. Thanks for tuning in to WLVL. My name's James Burns, bringing you all the Niagara Power action. Stoutenborough back to second with a look and then fires in home. Hard hit ball down the first base line, but foul. And for the second batter in a row, quickly 0-2. University of California Berkeley product on the mound. We'll talk about him more as the game goes on. He looks back to second and fires in a breaking ball, swung on and high on the first base side. Scott Ogren underneath that one. He'll make the catch for the third out of the inning. So just like that, no runs, no hits, no errors, and one left on base. We head into the bottom of the first inning. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on WLVL. My name's James Burns. Hey, quick fun fact about the Newark Pilots, brought to you by the Doug Smith Press Box and sponsored by Niagara's Choice Federal Credit Union. Not only were the Pilots a founding member of the PGCBL in 2010, but they also play all home games at the historic Colburn Park, which served as the home for the Newark Co-Pilots and the Newark Orioles minor league teams from 1968 to 1987. Whether you need to apply for a loan, open a banking account, or apply for a credit card, Niagara's Choice Federal Credit Union is the place to go. Niagara's Choice has 4 locations across western New York, including one in Niagara Falls on Packer Road. They even have a mobile banking app. Choose to bank where you belong. Niagara's Choice. As Noah Marcello will lead things off here for the Niagara Power. Robert Coleman on the mound for the Newark Pilots. West Georgia University just finished up his junior year, and a native of Birmingham, Alabama. As a righty-on-righty matchup favors him, he fires in strike 1 on the outside corner. Noah Marcello, a late arrival here for the Niagara Power. Skyline College junior, just finished up his junior year. And a product of San Mateo, California, as he watches a breaking ball on the outside corner. That'll make the count 0-2. A lot Coleman can do here. Threw a breaking ball early in the count. Obviously shows that he has confidence in that pitch. He'll set and deliver. Hard hit ball to the second baseman, Kyle Wood. He fumbles with it a little bit, fires over to first in time for the first out of the inning. Bryce Arnold up now, followed by Cole Gabrielson. Scott Ogren in the cleanup spot. Aaron Greenfield, he is batting 5th. Tyler Lozano 6th. Nicholas Balsano 7th. Roberto Mejia, he's batting in the 8th spot. Alex Green in the 9th, and then William Carlone will be the extra hitter for the Niagara Power. Bryce Arnold settles in, steps and delivers, and strike 1 on the outside. Both pitchers starting similar ways, pounding the zone with strikes. Obviously, I'd like to see that from your starters. Coleman steps and delivers again. Fastball high. 1-1 the count. And it took both pitchers in the second at-bat 4 straight strikes to throw their first ball. Interesting similarities. Coleman again. High chopper foul down the third base line. 1-2 the count now. Waiting on deck is the center fielder, Cole Gabrielson. Max Gebauer catching the pitches today from Robert Coleman. Marty Cole at third, Kevin Higgins at short, Kyle Wood at second, and Jake McDonald at first. Left to right field goes Frankie DiMartino, Jacob Corson, and Brendan Chisholm. As a breaking ball fought off high in foul territory, McDonald over to make this catch, and he does for the second out of the inning. Like I said before, Cole Gabrielson, he steps up to bat now for the Power. Saw him the other night in center field for the Power as they took on a doubleheader. It was a doubleheader matchup for the Jamestown Tarp Skunks. College of San Mateo Jr., who just finished up his junior year. As he watches the first pitch, a breaking ball on the outside. 1-0 the count. A Portola Valley, California native. A California native nonetheless, like many of the players on this Niagara Power team, as he watches a breaking ball too far on the inside. That'll make the count 2-0. Coleman must have the scouting report on Gabrielson. Start him off with breaking balls. Coleman again will step and deliver a fastball right down the middle. 2-1 the count. Bit of a windy day here at Sal Magley Stadium. We do apologize for any wind getting into the mics. As a 2-1 count again, too far on the inside. Good break, just couldn't find the strike zone. And Gabrielson could be a little more selective with a 3-1 count. Infield playing back toward the grass. Coleman again fires in a foul ball down the right side of the field. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Coleman gets his sign from Gebauer. He will come set. Steps and the payoff pitch. A little delay there. And strike 3 to Gabrielson. A delayed delivery from Robert Coleman to finish out the inning. So it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Newark Pilots. We'll be right back on WLVL. Al Magley Stadium. My name is James Burns, bringing you live Niagara Power Baseball as they welcome in the Newark Pilots. As ball 1 on the outside as we come back into the program. Sam Stoutenborough on the mound for the Power. He fires in. Ball 2, a 2-0 count. Gets his sign from Balsano. And delivers again. Ball 3 on the outside. That'll make it 3-0. Kevin Higgins in the box for the Newark Pilots. As he watches strike 1 low in the zone. Higgins, the shortstop and captain for this Newark Pilots infield. He swings and misses at strike 2. Stoutenborough able to get back into the count. 3-2 pitch, fouled off to the backstop, off the pole on the backstop, and we'll stay at 3-2. Stoutenborough, the 6'3" right-hander against Higgins, the right-handed batter. Favors Stoutenborough in this case. He steps and the payoff pitch, swung in a chopper to short. That's Bryce Arnold ranging over to his left, throws over to first in time for the first out of the inning. And a good play by Arnold. Didn't rush to get it out of his glove. Became set and balanced as he was running as he was throwing that ball. And the first out of the inning. Good effort for Sam Stoutenborough to get out of that 3-0 count. And it results in an out. That brings up Marty Cole, the third baseman for the Newark Pilots. Stoutenborough will step and deliver. An off-speed pitch got Cole out in front of that one. Makes the count no balls and 1 strike. As he watches strike 2. The Rochester Institute of Technology, RIT sophomore from South San Francisco, California. He hits one foul down the left field side. Came all this way to play baseball in Rochester, about an hour east of Niagara Falls. Stayed in Newark as he hits a ground ball over to second base. Noah Marcello gathers himself, throws over to first in time for the second out of the inning. This brings up the left fielder Frankie DiMartino.
Now up for Newark, left
DiMartino saw him last time the Pilots came to Niagara Falls. Nassau College sophomore, just finishing up his sophomore year. Out of Bethpage, New York. He comes up with 2 outs as he tries to breathe some life into this Newark Pilots offense. Swings at the first pitch he sees, fouls that one right into the dirt in front of Nicholas Balsano. 0-1. Stoutenborough for the power. Steps and delivers again. Swing and a miss by DiMartino will make it 0-2. Patrick Blackall, the extra hitter, waits on deck. And he'll be going back to the dugout after strike 3 is swung on and missed by Frankie DiMartino. And we head into the bottom of this second inning. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Sam Stoutenborough and the Niagara Power. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on WLVL. Hello, and we are back at Sal Magley Stadium. My name's James Burns, bringing you live coverage as the Niagara Power welcome in the Newark Pilots. Due up this inning is Scott Ogren, Aaron Greenfield, and Tyler Lozano. As Robert Coleman will attempt to shut the Niagara Power down. Strike 1 on the inside corner is a good start. Ogren seen him start a lot in the infield so far. Today is no different. As he swings and hits a ground ball to the shortstop. That's Kevin Higgins over to first. And a good stretch by Jack McDonald will get Ogren for the first out of the inning. Aaron Greenfield, the right fielder, will step to bat now. And Greenfield's seen a lot of him so far if you've been keeping up with the Niagara Power. One of the most consistent hitters for the Power so far this year. Campbellsville University product. Just finished up his senior year. He watches strike 1 on the inside part of the plate. Robert Coleman for the Pilots on the mound. He fires ball 1 on the outside. A long right-hander on the mound. He's been throwing well in this very early game. Greenfield from Los Angeles, California, facing the Birmingham, Alabama product on the mound. As Coleman fires ball 2 on the outside. 2-1 the count with 1 out. Thank you for tuning into WLVL. Coleman, he'll step and deliver. Strike on the outside corner. Greenfield watches that one to even up the count at 2-2. Coleman, he'll get his sign and come set. He steps and delivers, and a breaking ball on the inside. Swung on and missed by Aaron Greenfield for the second strikeout of the game and second strikeout of the inning. Or second out of the inning. This brings up Tyler Lozano. Listed as a catcher. On our sheet, he's going to be the designated hitter today for the Niagara Power. As he settles in the right batter's box, right-handed batter's box. Coleman sets and delivers. Fires a ball high in the zone, 1-0 the count. Lozano coming to Niagara Falls, New York from the University of Southern California and a native of Stockton, California, about 7 hours away from each other. As he watches a breaking ball low in the zone, 2-0 the count. Seen it from Stoutenborough on the power side. We're also seeing it from Coleman, as both pitchers have been able to battle back from going down 2-0, 3-0, 3-1. Both pitchers confident in their pitches, as the 2-0 count becomes 2-1, and off speed on the outside part of the plate. No score. We're in the bottom of the second inning. Lozano in the box for the Niagara Power, facing Robert Coleman. Coleman gets his sign. He'll step and deliver. That hits off of the catcher, Gebauer. It's a 3-1 count now. Lozano can afford to be a little picky here, as he waits on a good pitch from Robert Coleman. Coleman will step and deliver and strike on the outside part of the plate. Lozano obviously in disagreement as he fires his bat toward the on-deck circle. And that makes it a count of 3-2. Lozano adjusts his gloves, taking his time to get back into the box as he digs in. Coleman with the sign. He comes set. He steps and delivers. A breaking ball swung on and fouled off toward the backstop. Lozano barely getting a piece of that one, as that one goes back toward the netting. We'll stick with the 3-2 count. 2 outs. Lozano attempting to be the first base runner for the Niagara Power so far today. The payoff pitch for Coleman, and a called ball low and outside. And a good eye by Lozano. My eye's a little too close to take, but I'm on top of the press box, and well, he's in the batter's box, so thank you guys again for tuning into WLVL as well as YouTube. That's right, the streaming platform YouTube, allowing us a platform if you're unavailable to tune into WLVL, the Lockport radio station. You'll find us on YouTube as well as WLVL.com. Just hit on the live stream button. You'll be able to obviously hear me as this brings up Nicholas Balsano as he watches strike one on the outside. Balsano, the catcher today, took him some time to get into the batter's box after he had to shed his protective gear, as catchers are known to do as they warm up if they're on deck and there's 2 outs. Lozano gets back to first for the second time. Robert Coleman thrown over there twice. Not sure that Lozano is a threat to steal. Players listed as catchers usually are not, but Coleman seems to have some concern about him, even with 2 outs. As he fires in a base hit right at the middle, right outside the glove of Kyle Wood. Lozano is rounding second. He's heading toward third. And a base hit for Nicholas Balsano. That advances Tyler Lozano to third base. Not a hard hit ball off the bat of Balsano, and almost a blessing in disguise, as if Jacob Corson did not have to run in to get that ball, Lozano probably would not be standing at third base, and good aggressive base running by the USC product. Roberto Mejia Jr. getting his first plate appearance of the day. Tucson, Arizona native as he settles in against Robert Coleman. Ball went on the outside for Coleman, out of the glove of Gebauer, but the runners stay put. Mejia Jr. finishing up his sophomore year at Point Park University. A 1-0 count. And a righty-on-righty matchup. Coleman will step and deliver out of the stretch. A ball 2 on the inside. First base runners here for the Niagara Power in this second inning. Lozano at third. Balsano at first. Coleman delivers. Ball 3 on the outside. Looks like he may have skimmed part of the plate, but Gebauer set up on the inside, had to go to the outside, and whenever you do that, it looks more like a ball than it actually is. 3-0 the count. We'll see if the green light is on for Mejia, as strike 1 is fired low in the zone. Stu Peterson, the Niagara Power manager, at third, in the third base spot, the third base coach as well. Ben Asher's at first. 3-1 count. As Mejia watches strike 2 low in the zone. 2 well-placed pitches low in the zone. And Mejia obviously being a little picky there, as he is afforded with the 3-1 count. But now 3-2, you got to protect all parts of the plate. The payoff pitch from Coleman. Swung on and missed by Mejia Jr., and that will end the inning. So that's 1 hit, 2 left on base, no errors, and 1 hit and no runs. We'll be right back on WLVL. Don't go anywhere. Hello and welcome back into WLVL. My name is James Burns, coming to you live from Sal Magley Stadium as the Niagara Power welcome in the Newark Pilots. As now batting for them is Patrick Blackall, the extra hitter, which is allowed. You're allowed to have 10 hitters in the PGCBL. Sam Stoutenborough fires strike 1 on the outside corner. Do up this inning, Max Gebauer and Kyle Wood as well. Then we're back to the top as a breaking ball is swung on and missed by Blackall. Blackall up to bat now. As he he swings and misses, and strike 3 is called against Blackall. As this brings out Max Gebauer, the catcher.
Now batting for the Pilots, the catcher, number 19, Max Gebauer.
And Gebauer, student at the College of St. Rose, he hits a chopper to the shortstop, Bryce Arnold. He throws over to first, and that is in time for the second out of the inning. 1 pitch, 1 out for the Niagara Power. This brings up Kyle Wood, the second baseman.
Second baseman, number 1, Kyle Wood.
And our apologies again for the wind going into the microphone. We are currently on top of the press box as Wood watches ball 1 on the outside. Finishing up his freshman year at Onondaga Community College and a native of Newark. 1-1 the count. He swings and misses. 1-2 the count now. Always nice when you see the guys from the cities that the teams are in be able to come on into the lineup and make an impact as he watches ball 2 on the outside. A breaking ball that got away from Nicholas Balsano. Luckily, no runners on base for the Niagara Power's sake. As we have 2s across the board, 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Stoutenberger gets his sign. Swings and misses at it is Wood, and we are at the end of this inning. A 1-2-3 inning for the Niagara Power. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on WLVL. Ugh. Al Magley live on WLVL, your neighborhood station in Lockport, New York. My name is James Burns, bringing you live action as the Niagara Power welcome in the Newark Pilots for tonight's Friday night baseball action. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you all of you for tuning in on YouTube as well. A switch from our previous platform of Vimeo. I believe this might be a little more of a higher quality, a little more accessible. And regardless of where you are tuning in, or if you're at Sal Magley Stadium, thank you for joining us and watching Niagara Power baseball. It's Alex Green up for the Power as he faces Robert Coleman. Him and his pitching counterpart, Sam Stoutenborough, have been great today for their respective squads. William Carlone, the extra hitter in the 9th spot, and then back to the top of the order for the Power. All due up this inning as Green swings at a breaking ball and a base hit for the Power to lead off this inning. As like I said, this brings up William Carlone, the extra hitter now.
Now batting for the Power, extra hitter number 17, Will.
There's a Will Carlone. Haven't seen him at Sal Magley yet this year. A brand new addition to the Power squad. Robert Coleman on the mound for the Pilots gets his sign. A righty-on-righty matchup. He fires ball one low. A 1-0 count for Carlone. Coleman slow on the mound with runners on. He fires a fastball on the outside part of the plate. Green, the left fielder, on first. Coleman hasn't thrown over yet, but he gets his sign, comes set. Take a peek at first and fire home. And chopper to shortstop. That's Higgins to second. Over to first and throw. It takes McDonald off the bag. And on base by way of a fielder's choice is William Carlone. As this brings up the top of the inning for the Niagara Power, it's Noah Marcello, the second baseman. And his first at-bat and the first at-bat for the Niagara Power, he grounded out to Kyle Wood at second base. He settles in against Robert Coleman. Coleman on the mound, pitching well so far for the Pilots. Only one hit given up and 2 1/3. He fires ball one. It's a 1-0 count. As he throws over to first. Not his best move. Perhaps doesn't want to give William Carlone a look at his best move. They just stepped off, wanted to assess what Carlone would do at first. Coleman fires home. Ball on the outside. It takes Max Gebauer out of his catching position. 2-0 the count. Two-0 with one out. We're in the bottom of the third inning in what has turned out to be a beautiful night at Sal Magley Stadium. Robert Coleman fires home and swung on back to the shortstop Kevin Higgins. And he will have no play at either second or first. He was back and towards second base in double play position. And that grounder hit toward his way by the time he got to it. Both runners were just about at their respective bases. And just like that, there are 2 base runners on for Bryce Arnold, the shortstop. And for those of you keeping score at home, we're going to call that a base hit. Bryce Arnold popped up to Jack McDonald at first base, his first time around. Robert Coleman will step in, deliver home. A breaking ball finds the inside corner. A good pitch from the right-handed hurler. 0-1 the count. 1 out, runners at first and base. Double play ball still in effect, as you can tell by Kevin Higgins and Kyle Wood playing close to seconds. Higgins creating some sort of distraction for Carlone at second base. As Higgins ranges over to his right to play the ground ball, fires over to first. That is in time to Jack McDonald. So 2 outs, but the ground ball will advance each runner. Marcello now stands at second, and Carlone now stands at third.
From the College of San Mateo, center fielder, number 6, Cole Gabrielson.
As Cole Gabrielson steps to bat now. Cole Gabrielson struck out swinging his first time up in the first inning. That was a 1-2-3 inning in the first for Robert Coleman and the Newark Pilots. Coleman delivers ball 1 on the outside. Runners at second and third. Stu Peterson giving active instructions to William Carlone at third base. Always like to see that from your manager. Definitely a player's manager, I would believe. Swung on and fouled into the dirt. A 1-1 count. Scott Ogren, who grounded out to Kevin Higgins, waits on deck. Robert Coleman out of the stretch. He will come set. Pause and then fire in. It's a ball on the inside. 2-1 the count. Two and one the count with 2 outs. Runners at second and third. Cole Gabrielson up to bat against Robert Coleman as he watches ball 3 on the outside. And that'll make the count 3-1. We'll see what Coleman does here. He's thrown his breaking ball early and often, showing a lot of confidence in that breaking pitch, as he should. He's pitched well so far today. He's out of the stretch. He'll come set and deliver, and a breaking ball on the outside corner. Well, that'll bring the count to 3-2. A good pitch by Coleman, as he's able to bring the count full from a 3-1 count. 2 outs here, and the payoff pitch from Coleman. A ball low and outside, and getting away from that is Gebauer, as running home. That's Carlone. Aggressive base running as the ball got away from Gebauer. Now throwing down to second and over the head of Kevin Higgins. And running into third now is Cole Gabrielson. So for those of you listening, not watching, the ball got away from Gebauer. That scored William Carlone. After the play was dead, Cole Gabrielson realized that as he stood at first, no one stood at second. He took off for second. The ball went over Kevin Higgins' head, who went to cover. That brought home Noah Marcello. And as the ball went into the outfield, Marcello scored, and Gabrielson went from second to third. So just like that, after a walk, you're on third base. Newark Pilots can't be happy with themselves about that, but it's a 2-0 ball game in favor of the Niagara Power as Scott Ogren, the first baseman, steps up to bat. He swings at the first pitch. He sees a foul ball out of the stadium. 0-1. So a couple of errors on that play for the Newark Pilots. That was a bases clearing walk. How about that? Robert Coleman on the mound. 0-1 the count. Make that 0-2 after a good breaking ball finds the inside part of the plate. 0-2 with 2 outs. Coleman looking to do it himself. The righty comes out of the stretch and fires home. A swung on and missed by Ogren. Ball in the dirt. They'll throw it on to first on the drop third strike as we head into the top of the 4th inning. A 2-run effort by the Niagara Power. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on WLVL. Welcome back into Sal Magley Stadium. My name's James Burns, bringing you live Niagara Power action as they welcome in the Newark Pilots. They took a 2-0 lead in the bottom of the third inning, as it's the top of the order for the Newark Pilots. All due up this inning: Brendan Chisholm, Jacob Corson, and Jack McDonald. Sam Stoutenborough on the mound for the Niagara Power. He fires in strike one, and 1-1 count. As he fires in again, a foul ball hit off of Chisholm in the box. Making that clear as some confusion on the Niagara Power bench as them yelling to get the live ball. Well, it wasn't live, fellas. 1-2 the count. Stoutenborough gets his sign, delivers in an off-speed pitch on the outside corner. Gets Chisholm out in front of that one for the first out of the inning. That's Stoutenborough's fourth of the day so far. Jacob Corson steps to bat now. He was the first base runner for the Newark Pilots today. He reached on a walk as he fouls one off. On the left field side, running after that one is Alex Green in left field. He is unable to get to that one. A long foul ball. 0-1 the count. Corson, the second batter in this Newark Pilots order, reached on a walk and then advanced on a fielder's choice by Jack McDonald, who bats immediately after him. He watches strike two on the outside corner. Infield playing slightly to the right as Stoutenborough sets and delivers in a high fly ball to left field. Alex Green underneath that one calls off the shortstop Bryce Arnold for the second out of the inning. 2 outs as this brings up Jack McDonald. Just mentioned him, grounded out to Sam Stoutenborough in the first inning. That advanced Jacob Corson. He comes up with 2 outs to attempt some sort of rally for the Pilots. He watches ball one low and inside. Only one base runner here for the Pilots so far in today's game by way of walk. Strike one fired on the outside corner. Stoutenborough, the University of California, Berkeley product. He's been good on the mound so far. 2-1 count with 2 outs. So he fires strike one in on the inside corner. That'll bring the count to 2-2. Once again, 2s across the board. 2 strikes, 2 balls, and 2 outs. As ball 3 is fired in on the inside. A good block by Nicholas Balsano. And that'll bring the count full. Stoutenborough gets his sign and the payoff pitch. Swung and fouled off on the first base side into the Newark Pilots dugout. Will do it again. Balsano communicates the signs to his pitcher. Stoutenborough delivers, and a broken bat down the third base side, but foul. You hear that one right off the bat. Ball a little too in toward the hands. That's what causes the broken bat. Either that or it's too far toward the end of the bat. Nothing to do with how hard the ball is hit, as some people do believe, but no, it is where the ball is hit, not how hard. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Getting a little cooler at Sal Magley Stadium. Stoutenborough on the mound. He steps and delivers in a chopper down the first base side. Ogren comes up with that one, throws over to Stoutenborough on first in time for the third out of the inning. So a 1-2-3 inning for Sam Stoutenborough and the rest of the Niagara Power. We'll be right back on WLVL. Welcome back into Sal Magley Stadium. My name is James Burns, bringing you live coverage as the Niagara Power take on the Newark Pilots. Aaron Greenfield will lead things off for the Power. Due up this inning is Tyler Lozano, right after him, and Nicholas Balsano. Robert Coleman still on the mound for the Pilots as he fires strike one on the outside corner. Greenfield struck out his first time up against the right-handed hurler. Coleman again, breaking ball, finds the outside part of the plate, 0-2. 2-0 deficit here for the Newark Pilots on a weird play, a walk that saw Cole Gabrielson get aboard. As ball one on the inside, we'll make it 1-2. William Carlone came home to steal on some aggressive base running. Cole Gabrielson thought the same thing, rounded first, headed towards second. Ball went over the head of the covering Kevin Higgins, and that also allowed Noah Marcello to score. As strike three is called against Aaron Greenfield, his second strikeout of the day. As is the field umpire calling a swing on a check swing for the right-handed batter. This brings up Tyler Lozano, the designated hitter listed as a catcher. Obviously, rarely a player to be listed as a designated hitter at this level as he steps up to bat. Walked his first time up as he comes up with one out against Robert Coleman. He watches strike one on the outside corner. Starting to cool down a little bit at Sal Magley Stadium here. 79 degrees at the time of first pitch. The wind's starting to play a part in the temperature. Ball on the outside, 1-1 the count. 2-0 Power. They have 3 hits so far in today's game. Coleman steps and delivers. An off-speed pitch finds the bottom of the zone, 2-1 the count. One ball, 2 strikes, and 1 out for Lozano. Robert Coleman on the mound for the Pilots. He will step and the 1-2. A breaking ball on the outside. Good block by Gebauer. That'll bring the count even. Lozano, USC product from Stockton, California. Finishing up his senior year. 2-2 the count with 1 out. Coleman, he'll step and deliver. And a broken bat. Pop fly to center field. That one falls in between Jacob Corson and Kevin Higgins. And a broken bat base hit for Lozano. He is 1 for 1 today and has reached base twice. This brings up Nicholas Balsano. Balsano, his second at-bat today. He, also in his first time up, reached by way of base hit. It was on that base hit. Lozano was able to go from first to third. See if they can replicate any of that action here as Robert Coleman on the mound fires an off-speed pitch, finds the strike zone, 0-1. Balls in, 1 strike. Coleman out of the stretch. Gets his sign. He will step and deliver. And a ball that doesn't find the bottom of the zone. That will even up the count at 1-1. The Birmingham, Alabama product on the mound for the Newark Pilots. He just finished up his junior year at West Georgia University. He gets his sign, his steps, and delivers, and a strike on the outside. Lozano a little bit more of an aggressive lead at first base. We saw Coleman throw over to first while he was on his first time around twice. Not so much as an extended look so far this time around. Coleman gets his sign. No look to first. He'll fire in home. And a ground ball to Higgins at short. He'll step on second, fire over to first in time for the second and third outs of the inning. So that is no runs, one hit, no errors, and none left on base. We'll head into the top of the fifth inning. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on WLVL. My name is James Burns, bringing you live coverage as the Niagara Power welcome in the Newark Pilots. As the Niagara Power finish up their infield warm-ups. Hey guys, want to talk to you about Niagara Falls State Park, one of America's first icons. Is home to the beautiful falls, along with 400 acres of natural setting. Home of the Junior Ranger program, the nation's first state park, instills the love of nature in children of all ages. Remember, save up to 35% when you explore Niagara Falls State Park with a Discovery Pass. Includes Maid of the Mist and Cave of the Wind, and is available for sale in the park. Niagara Falls State Park, the official sponsor of the Niagara Power broadcast. Top of the fifth inning, due up this inning is Nick Adamo, Kevin Higgins, and Marty Cole. As Chandler Giles now comes in for relief for Sam Stoutenborough. Stoutenborough threw very, very well. Probably just looking to save his arm as best as possible. Possible pitch count for each of these pitchers. They say in the MLB it's a marathon, not a sprint. Well, with a 48-game season in 2 months, this is a sprint. You do not want anybody to get tired out over the course of that 2 months or hurt. Giles with an 0-2 count. Ground ball down to Mejia Jr. He throws over to first. That will be in time. But Ogren having to scoop that one not able to find his glove. And I believe that will be an error on the play, whether it's the throw from Mejia or the drop by Ogren. I'm not sure. We'll get an official score for those of you keeping score at home. But not a hit for the Newark Pilots. Kevin Higgins steps to bat now. The shortstop getting a lot of work over at his respective position. A ball on the outside called strike due to and leads to some objection by Higgins and the rest of the Newark Pilots bench. 0-1, Giles delivers. Ball one high. Giles, a native of Fremont, California, as that one hits Higgins. Sounded like he went off his helmet. He looks to be okay as he jogs down to first base. Giles, a junior at Delta College, the right-handed pitcher. This brings up Marty Cole, the third baseman. Well, 2 runners on for the Newark Pilots. And Jacob Tobin, the head coach for the Newark Pilots, down to have a conversation with the umps. I'm not sure what the conversation was for. Don't think Giles would have hit him on purpose. He would have had no reason to.
Now at bat, the third baseman from Rochester Institute
Nonetheless,
of Technology, number 8, Marty Cole.
Marty Cole comes to bat with 2 runners on and no outs. Left-handed batter will force Noah Marcello, the second baseman, to play directly in between first and second. Bryce Arnold at short, playing close to second base. Double play ball still in effect, and as he attempts to keep Nick Adamo close. 1-0 the count. Marty Cole, a ground out to Noah Marcello at second base his first time around. He watches ball 2 on the outside. Two 2-0 the count. Chandler Giles, the right-handed pitcher on the mound, comes in relief for Sam Stoutenborough. He fires ball 3. Three 3-0 the count with no outs. Runners at first and second. Ogren, the first baseman, playing in front of Kevin Higgins. Time called by Giles. Perhaps wants to run through the signs one more time. Right-hander out of the stretch, fires home. And ball 4 called, and that will load the bases. As Marty Cole walks down to first base.
Now batting the left fielder from Nassau College, number 16, Frankie.
This brings up the Nassau College student-athlete Frankie DiMartino. DiMartino struck out against Stoutenborough in his first time around in the second inning. It's ended the second inning, actually. And he comes up with no outs and a 2-run deficit for his Pilots. He watches strike 1. Giles on the mound for the Power. Seen him come in relief a couple of times. As a hard hit ball right past the glove of Noah Marcello will find its way into right field. This will score 1. Nick Amato comes in to score. Kevin Higgins comes from second to third. He will hold.
Now batting from the Rochester Institute of Technology.
And I was waiting to say it, but that broke up the combined no-hitter by the Niagara Power. They carried it in 4 full innings. That's why I wanted to speculate Stoutenborough must have come out by way of pitch count and pitch count alone. He pitched great. As bases loaded, this brings up Patrick Blackall, the extra hitter. He swings at the first pitch he sees in a foul ball out of the stadium on the right side. Owen won the count. Blackall, his first time up, struck out to Stoutenborough. He faces Giles now, and as Giles delivers a ball on the outside. Ogren, the first baseman, playing in on the grass. Mejia Jr. just about even with the baseline at third. Bryce Arnold, the shortstop, playing directly behind the runner at second, Marty Cole. Ball 2 fired low and away, 2-1 the count. Cole Gabrielson, the center fielder, playing off to our right, if you're watching on the broadcast, his left. Not sure why he's doing that against the right-handed batter, Patrick Blackall. 3-1 the count. Giles, the right-hander, he'll step and deliver, and a high fly ball hit out the left center field. That's Green ranging over, and he'll get in front of that base hit and throw it in. And this base hit will again only score 1 run. All the runners hold and advance 1 base, the second straight base hit for the Pilots. Marty Cole now stands at third, Frankie DiMartino at second, and Patrick Blackall with his first hit of the day. He's now 1 for 2. He stands at first base. Still no outs in a 2-2 ball game. Giles fires into Max Gebauer, the catcher. A delayed strike call. That one looked a little low, but again, not my opinion that matters. 0-1 the count. Giles out of the stretch. Fires and swing and a miss for Gebauer. Quickly 0-2. To the count with no outs. A breaking ball by Giles. That one off toward the hands of the bat. And that one fouled down the right field side. Good play by Gebauer. It's those plays that are not appreciated as much as they should be, as it keeps the batting alive, while also fighting off a pitch that was not easy to hit. Forces Giles to battle back as he will attempt to hear another foul ball right back into the netting directly behind home plate. Startled a couple of Niagara Power relievers who were taking score and keeping track of the stats along with the Newark Pilots. 0-2 the count. Giles battling against Max Gebauer. He fires in another foul ball down the right field side and out of the stadium. Stick at 0-2 the count. We'll do it again after that foul ball. 2 hits for the Pilots, 4 for the Power. Each team has 1 error. That's a 2-2 ball game. Bases loaded, no outs. Giles delivers. Breaking ball fouled off again by Gebauer. He's having a great at-bat. To the count still for Giles. Fremont, California product. A Delta College student athlete. To the count. Giles gets his sign, sets and delivers another foul ball out of the stadium. To the count still for Gebauer. Giles on the mound. Bases loaded as Giles steps off and calls time. Wants to go through the signs again with his catcher. It's still Nicholas Balsano behind the plate. And swinging him and a miss for Gebauer as he goes down on strikes. A good battle by him, but same could be said about his counterpart on the mound. Just like that, 1 out with the bases loaded. Infield in a similar position. Gabrielson still playing off to our right in center field against a right-handed batter. Not sure why. As Giles delivers ball 1 on the outside. One of the count here with 1 out. Kyle Wood at the bat. Now he fires one right back up the middle. This will score at least 1. Followed by Gabrielson in center, coming around third. No, he is not. That's the 3rd base hit this inning that has only scored 1 run, but nonetheless, it is a go-ahead base hit for the Newark Pilots. It's Kyle Wood, his first hit on the day. He's now 1-2. This brings up the top of the order. It's Brett Chisholm. 1 out for the Power. Base is still loaded. Giles delivers a strike on the outside corner. 0-1 the count for him as he attempts to work. Hard hit ball to center field. Gabrielson in front of that one. This will score at least one. Not coming around third to score is Frankie DiMartino. He will be held at third base. I'm not sure I've ever seen this before. 4 base hits that have only scored 1 run. But nonetheless, there's a run scored. And a 4-2 ball game now for the Newark Pilots. They've taken the lead and come back from a 2-0 deficit. This brings up Jacob Corson. Swings the first pitch he sees, a foul ball out of play on the left side. Won the count as the home plate umpire steps off to the side to gather more baseballs from the Niagara Power dugout. 0-1 the count with 1 out. Wind picking up here at Sal Magley Stadium. The lights are coming on. Top of the 5th inning, a 4-2 ball game in favor of the Newark Pilots. They trailed 2-0 heading into the inning. Chandler Giles on the mound. He's in relief for Sam Stoutenborough. Ball 1 called on the inside. It's 1-1 the count. One and one with 1 out. Giles looks at third. He fires home. And a fly ball hit to left field. Underneath that one is Alex Green. He will throw home if... Well, he threw home no matter what. And Patrick Blackall at third will hold. A shallow fly ball, and just like that, 2 outs for the Niagara Power. Corson's second time flying out to Alex Green in left field. As this brings up Jack McDonald. McDonald grounded out to Sam Stoutenborough in the first inning. Stoutenborough threw over to third and then grounded to Scott Ogren at first base. He threw to Stoutenborough to end the inning there too. Righty on lefty matchup. Giles fires strike 1 on the outside corner. Won the count with 2 outs. And Giles looking to get out of this inning with just 4 runs surrendered. He fires ball 1, low and inside. One and 1 the count. Infield playing back, not in their cutoff position. It's a high fly ball hit on the left side. And that one, I believe, went into the pool just outside the Sal Magley Stadium. Second one we've seen all year. Gabrielson in center playing again to his right, our left against a left-handed batter. Must be preparing for a pull out that way. Outfielder not playing no doubles. They're playing normal depth, perhaps a bit more shallow than we're used to seeing. Giles fires a ball high. That'll even up the count at 2-2. Crowd filling out here at Sal Magley Stadium. Attendance probably around 100 or so. 2s across the board. And a fly ball hit to Alex Green in left field. He's ranging back. That one will get over his head, but not far out of reach of his glove. Coming around third to score now is Kyle Wood. And a bases clearing double. That one just out of the reach of Alex Green. Like I said, the outfield playing a little more shallow than you may expect to see, and just like that, a 7-run fifth inning continues for the Newark Pilots. And Nick Adamo comes back to bat, and that's his second plate appearance, second plate appearance so far this inning. Swings the first pitch he sees, ranging back to his left is Cole Gabrielson. Gabrielson underneath that one to make the catch for the third out of the inning. So just like that, a 7-run inning for the Newark Pilots. They now lead 7-2. We head into the bottom of the fifth inning. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on WLVL. James Burns bringing you all the live action as the Niagara Power host the Newark Pilots at Sal Magley Stadium. Do up this inning for the Power, Roberto Mejia Jr., Alex Green, and William Carlone. If you're just joining us, it was the Niagara Power leading by 2-0 after the third inning. Well, then the top of the fifth came around, and well, a 7-run inning for the Newark Pilots happened, and now the score is 7-2 in favor of Newark. Will Crane on the mound in relief for Robert Coleman for the Newark Pilots. As a breaking ball on the inside, a nasty pitch. Makes the count 2-1. Two and 2 count after a foul ball outside the stadium. Mejia Jr. struck out his first time up against the then starter Robert Coleman. As he hits a chopper right in between Kyle Wood at second and Jack McDonald at first. And a base hit for Roberto Mejia gets things started here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Exactly what you want if you're the Power to try and chip away at this 5-run deficit. This brings up Alex Green. He reached by way of base hit in the third inning. He's playing in left field today. We saw a double get over his head. It was a 3-run double. As ball one high and inside to the left fielder. That makes the count 1-0. Infield playing back, Kevin Higgins and Kyle Wood at short and second respectively, playing close to second base. Double play ball in effect as an off-speed pitch, a breaking ball that we've seen out of the hands of Crane finds the outside part of the zone. That's 1-1. 7-2 deficit for the Power. Looking to chip away here. A breaking ball does not find the outside part of the plate. That's 2-1 the count. William Carlone up to bat after Alex Green here, as Carlone waits on deck. Action in the bullpen for the Niagara Power as well as the Newark Pilots. 3-1 the count. And an off-speed pitch makes the count 3-2. There's Crane on the mound. And Green in the box. The payoff pitch. As Crane comes set, he steps and delivers a breaking ball on the outside. That one walks Green. And 2 base runners aboard for the Niagara Power.
Now batting with the Power, the extra hitter from Virginia Commonwealth University, number 17, Will Carlone.
This now brings up the extra hitter for the Niagara Power. It's Will Carlone. And yeah, that's right, an extra hitter. Both the Niagara Power and the Newark Pilots both batting 10 today. Crane sets and delivers strike 1 on the outside. Runners at first and second, no outs. Carlone put the ball in play his last time, reached on a fielder's choice. Alex Green got on before him in the third. Green got out. He was the victim of that fielder's choice. Crane, a breaking ball. A little too high, says the home plate umpire. 1-1 the count. Both teams 5 hits, both teams 1 error. And a 7-2 deficit as the Pilots lead the Power here at Sal Magley Stadium. Turned into a little bit of a windy night. Shouldn't be any rain, but don't want to jinx it, as I may have just done. 2-1 the count. Crane delivers and a breaking ball on the outside. That'll make the count 3-1. A lot of confidence from Crane in his breaking ball. It does have great movement, but obviously you'll ask for control as well. 3-1 the count. Got to be expecting a fastball here from Crane against Carlone. And that we get it is a ball high in the zone. That will walk Carlone. And a 5-pitch walk will load the bases. This will bring up the top of the order.
Batting for the Niagara Power, the second baseman from Skyline College, number 19, Noah Marcello.
This brings up Noah Marcello. The top of the order for the Niagara Power, and a meeting between the infielders and the coach for the Newark Pilots. Hey folks, for more than 150 years, Niagara University has been educating students in the Catholic and Vincentian tradition. Without Niagara University, the Power would not possibly be on the field and operating. Be sure to visit www.niagara.edu to learn more about Niagara University Vincentian missions, admissions, and more. It's Blake McMillan warming up in the Newark Pilots bullpen. Coincidentally, did not play on the season. Niagara University freshman out of Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. Noah Marcello watches ball 1 on the outside. A 1-0 count, no outs with the bases loaded. Exactly what you need if you are the Niagara Power. A 5-run deficit in front of you and prime opportunity to close that gap here. Ball 1 over the plate but high. That will make the count 2-0. A 7-2 ball game. Marcello 1 for 2 on the day. A base hit in the third. He would come around to score on that one and ground it out to Kyle Wood at second in the first inning. 2-1 the count. Crane comes set and delivers, and a ball thrown back down to first base, and they got William Carlone. A good throw down by Max Gebauer for the first out of the inning. You noticed the over-aggressiveness from Carlone at first, and Carlone unable to get back to first in time. And a ground ball hit to Marty Cole at third base. He fires over to first in time. That will score Roberto Mejia, but 2 outs here for the Niagara Power. Not exactly what you'd like when you're down by a score of 7-2. That will advance Alex Green to third base. And Noah Marcello will head back to the Niagara Power dugout. This brings up Bryce Arnold now. His first look at Sal Magley Stadium. He arrived in Niagara Falls yesterday afternoon. As he gets the start today, he's warm. He's been playing baseball all spring. He watches ball 1 low and away. 1-0 the count. Alex Green at third. And a hard hit ball in between Marty Cole at third and Kevin Higgins at short. That's an RBI base hit for Bryce Arnold. And chipping away into that deficit is the Niagara Power, as it is now a 7-4 ball game. Bottom of the 5th inning here. A lot of time for the Niagara Power to come back. All it takes is a few hits, a few runs, and you're back in it. We see it here. And 2 outs as Cole Gabrielson comes to bat. The center fielder, 0 for 1 on the day, reached in the third by way of a walk. And going to second is Bryce Arnold, and a great throw by Max Gebauer gets him at second. Throw beat him, and the throw was directly on target as we head into the top of the 6th inning. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on WLVL. Hello and welcome back into Sal Magley Stadium. My name is James Burns, bringing you live coverage as the Niagara Power welcome in the Newark Pilots. It's Joey Schott from Baylor University, the right-handed pitcher from Los Altos, California. Comes in relief for Chandler Giles. Giles went 1 inning, gave up 7 runs. And now a 7-4 ball game in favor of the Pilots. First pitch from Schott is a base hit to left field, right in front of Green. That one gets by him and behind him, and rounding first and heading towards second is the leadoff batter, Kevin Higgins. As he slides into second base, he is safe. A leadoff, we'll call it a single. And the ball bounced a different way against Alex Green. Not sure what happened there, but a leadoff hitter now, leadoff batter now at second base. Kevin Higgins, he reached last inning by way of being hit by a pitch. Got him in the helmet, and Joey Schott here on the mound. He'll step off. Marty Cole and Frankie DiMartino, the next two batters up, and assuming no double play is in place, we'll also see Patrick Blackall. Schott delivers a ball on the inside. Setting up on the inside was Nicholas Balsano, and that ball a little more inside than he wanted. That will be called a ball 99% of the time. 1-0 the count. Schott looks back at second, fires into home, and a called strike about waist high on the middle part of the plate. 1-1 the count. Marty Cole up now. He's 0 for 1. Walked last inning, grounded out to Noah Marcello at second in the second. As Schott delivers a ball high in the zone, or high outside the zone. 2-1 the count as Balsano will meet with his pitcher. 2-1 the count, runner at second base. Bryce Arnold playing close to second. Bit of a friendly conversation with Kevin Higgins. It's a foul ball on the left side. And 2-2 the count now after that foul ball. Marty Cole will swing at the next pitch, a line fly ball back into the netting on the Niagara Power side. Extended netting here at Niagara's Sal Magley Stadium. But instead of just being on the backstop, it is also extended down the first and third base lines where a majority of the crowd sits. Always like to see those safety precautions come into play. 2-2 the count. Schott delivers, and a ball on the inside. Good block by Balsano. That will keep Higgins at second base. Frankie DiMartino on deck. Patrick Blackall in the hole. A full count and the payoff pitch from Schott. And fouled off the same spot it was a pitch ago. We'll do it again with a 3-2 count. Joey Schott finished up his sophomore year at Baylor University. The right-hander, a native of California. Another foul ball right behind us and out of the park. 3-2 the count now. Schott will get set, step, and deliver. And a hard hit ball outside of the outstretched glove of Bryce Arnold. Higgins will stay at third. And runners at the corner for the Newark Pilots after that base hit from Marty Cole. Double play ball now in effect. Frankie DiMartino coming to the bat, the right-hander. No action in the bullpen for the Niagara Power. No one throwing anyway. A couple bodies down there. That was Blake McMillan, the Niagara University freshman, in the bullpen for the Newark Pilots. Gotta imagine we'd see him sooner than later. Schott squaring around to bunt is DiMartino. That one fouled down the first base line. 0-1 count here now for Schott to work with. 7-4 ball game, advantage Pilots. Schott on the mound. Lights on here at Sal Magley Stadium. And a hard hit ball down the third base line, but foul. Good contact by DiMartino. That one surely would have scored at least one, possibly two, had it been fair. Alex Green playing a little farther off the line than you might expect after that foul ball, but nonetheless, here we are. 0-2 the count. Shot delivers, swung on and missed by DiMartino for the first out of the inning. That's DiMartino's second today. This brings up Patrick Blackall. The RIT product so far today, 1 for 2. Same as his direct predecessor DiMartino, a strikeout and a base hit coming to this at bat. Shot delivers a hard hit ball to Mejia Jr. He'll throw over to second. That one in time. Over to first. That one not in time. Closer play than I thought. I didn't think they're going to have much of a chance to get Blackall at first. But he beat him by just about a step. That one close to being a tie. After Mejia Jr. at third bobbled that one for a split second. Sometimes that's all it takes. But they get the lead runner, Marty Cole, as Kevin Higgins comes around to score. It's an 8-4 ball game. Shot throws over to first. This brings up Max Gebauer. Gebauer, the catcher, struck out his last time up. So he fouls one down the third base line. Just missed the head coach and third base coach, Jacob Tobin. Head coach for the Newark Pilots. Seen him a couple times so far this year, along with the rest of the Pilots squad. 0-1 the count with 2 outs. Shot delivers a breaking ball on the outside part of the plate. That'll make it 0-2. Gebauer saying to the home plate umpire, is that as far as you're going to go outside? He struck out last time up, and now with a 0-2 count, he's still trying to figure out the zone for this home plate umpire. Shot. He gets his sign. He will come step and deliver, and swung on and missed Gebauer. That is the third out of the inning as we head into the top of the 7th. 2 hits, 1 run, no errors, and 1 left on base. We'll be right back on WLVL. Bringing you live action, live baseball coverage as it is the Niagara Power welcoming in the Newark Pilots. Niagara currently trailing by a score of 8-4, a 7-run 5th inning for the Newark Pilots brought the score to 7-2 as the Power previously held a lead, is currently 8-4 after some scoring in the last 2 times up for each squad. This is Cole Gabrielson. He's up for the Niagara Power. He'll lead things off, do up this inning. Scott Ogren and Aaron Greenfield immediately after him. Will Crane on the mound for the Pilots still. A 2-run 5th inning as he came in relief for Robert Coleman. As a long foul ball hit out of play, off the bike path and into the pond, immediately to the right of Sal Magley Stadium. Haven't seen that one before. 1-1 the count to Gabrielson. As a breaking ball chopped down the third base line, Marty Cole over to first in time for the first out of the inning. This brings up Scott Ogren. Ogren, the first baseman. We've seen him bounce around the infield a little bit this season. Seen him at third, seen him at second. Haven't seen him at short. I believe Bryce Arnold has that position locked down for the time being. Ogren watches strike one on the outside corner. 8-4 the ball game. Ogren 0 for 2. As he watches ball one on the outside. That'll even up the count at 1-1. Ogren grounded out to Kevin Higgins his first time up and then struck out in the third. A forwards K as we saw the bat come around on that one. Kevin Higgins at short for the Newark Pilots. He's been getting a lot of work today. Normally the sure-handed shortstop is more than capable of handling it. Swung on a miss by Ogren. That evened up the count at 2-2. Two and two the count. A check swing by Ogren, appeal down to the first base umpire. Calls Ogren, says he went around. And that will bring us the second out of the inning. Ogren with the forwards K once again. This brings up Aaron Greenfield, the right fielder from Campbellsville University. It is Aaron Greenfield. As he makes his way up, bases empty. 2 outs before him and 2 outs here as he stands in the batter's box. Crane delivers a high fastball, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Called strike. 1-1 the count. Breaking ball finds the inside part of the plate again. 1-2. A ball low in the zone. A good block by Max Gebauer. That'll put 2s across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Crane delivers again a ball on the outside. That will make the count full. Folks, I hope you can join us tomorrow as it is the Batavia Muck Dogs in at Sal Magley Stadium. First pitch scheduled for 6 o'clock. Foul ball hit down the right field side and foul.
Here goes a Niagara Falls State Park foul ball. And a youngster going after it.
Full count and 2 outs. Crane with the payoff pitch. And a breaking ball checks his swing. It is Aaron Greenfield, and that walk not called a swing. Checks his swing, able to hold up. And a walk as he makes his way down to first base. This brings up Tyler Lozano. University of Southern California product. He's 1 for 1 on the day. Walked in the second, made his way over to third. Was stranded there after a Roberto Mejia Jr. strikeout ended the inning. And he's also stranded, out by way of a double play in the fourth. 6-3 unassisted double play. He watches strike one high in the zone. It's gotten a little windy here at Sal Magley Stadium. Starting to cool down a little bit. It was nice today. Take what you can get with the Western New York weather. Pitch from Crane, a breaking ball. Called on the outside corner. Lozano in disagreement with that. Not sure what he just said to the home plate umpire, but if you ask me, that one was a little low. 1-1 the count. Breaking ball, called strike on the inside. Lozano again A little bit of head movement indicating he did not agree with that one. But 2 breaking balls, 1 on the outside corner, 1 on the inside, make the count 1-2 with 2 outs. Crane steps in, delivers a breaking ball. That one is on the outside. 2-2. 8-4 the deficit for the Power. Steps in, delivers his Crane, and a ground ball hit over to Kevin Higgins. He gathers himself, throws over to first in time for the 3rd out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. We head into the top of the 7th. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on WLVL. Hello and welcome back into Sal Magley Stadium. James Burns here as the Niagara Power welcome in the Newark Pilots. Ball 1 thrown is for the Newark Pilots. It is Kyle Wood as he watches ball 1 on the inside as well. 2-0 count. As Joey Schott still on the mound for the Power. That ground ball hit foul down the 3rd baseline. Shot out of Baylor University. Just finished up his season. 2-1 count here for him. He sets and delivers a fastball called on the outside corner. A 2-2 count. 8-4 the score in favor of the Newark Pilots. Newark 8 hits with 8 runs and 1 error. Niagara Power a pair of errors, 6 hits and 4 runs. As strike 3 gets Kyle Wood there for the 1st out of the inning. We do up this inning now is Brendan Chisholm. After him in the on-deck circle is Jacob Corson. Chisholm here representing the top of the order as he is 1 for 3 on the day. Base hit in the 5th inning. Struck out swinging in the 4th, and a fly ball to Cole Gabrielson as he led things off in the 1st inning. As he hits a infield fly ball. Bryce Arnold takes care of that one for the 2nd out of the inning. Jacob Corson now. Walked in the 1st inning, reached 2nd by way of a fielder's choice in that same inning, and then in the 4th and the 5th, his 2nd and 3rd plate appearances. As he squares around to bump, that one goes foul. Flew out to Alex Green in left field. 0-1 the count for him as his bunt went foul. Joey Schott on the mound for the Niagara Power. He fires ball 1 on the outside. 1-1 the count, base is empty. 2 straight outs to start this inning off. And a fly ball hit to Alex Green in left. And hey, stop me if you heard this one before. Jacob Corson flies out to left field to end the inning. 1-2-3 inning for the Niagara Power. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on WLVL. Welcome you in as well to Sal Magley Stadium. My name is James Burns, bringing you live coverage as the Niagara Power take on the Newark Pilots. In to pitch for the Newark Pilots, it is Niagara University's own Lake Macmillan out of Mississauga, Ontario, just north of the border. Nicholas Balsano will lead things off here for the Power, followed by Roberto Mejia Jr. and Alex Green, all due up against McMillan. McMillan fires in strike 1 on the outside. All in 1 the count. McMillan, the lefty, he fires a breaking ball. Started outside and then found its way over the plate. 0-2 the count. Balsano, 1 for 2 on the day. Millen fires a third pitch in high in the zone. Balsano singled in the second inning. He was stranded at first after a Roberto Mejia strikeout, and then grounded out to a 6-3 unassisted double play in the 4th as he swings in a foul ball on the right side. That one outside of the park. One and 2 the count here for McMillan. He sets in, delivers in a foul ball into the Niagara Power dugout. Fans, if you are at Sal Magley Stadium anytime in the near future, bring back a foul ball and you'll get a piece of candy in return. 1-2 the count. McMillan and a fly ball hit to center field. Jacob Corson finding his way over to his left and catches that one for the first out of the inning. Fans, tomorrow night at Niagara Falls' Sal Magley Stadium, it is the Batavia Muck Dogs in to face the Power for the first time this season. Hope you can join us either in person or on YouTube. As we love you to be here, love you to join us. Roberto Mejia Jr. up to bat now for the Niagara Power. McMillan fires strike 1. Middle of the plate for Mejia. Again, I'd like to apologize to our fans on WLVL. Sounds like the wind is cutting through. My apologies there. 0-2 count to Mejia Jr. McMillan. He steps in a chopper hit to Kevin Higgins at short. He runs in, fires over to first in time for the second out of the inning. This brings up Alex Green, the left fielder.
The University of Virginia, number 3, Alex Green.
Alex Green, so far today, he's 1 for 1, a base hit single in the third inning. He walked in the fifth as he watches strike one from McMillan. Bottom of the seventh inning, an 8-4 ball game. Advantage Pilots. McMillan, the 0-1 breaking ball. Doesn't find the outside part of the zone. That's a 1-1 count. 1-1 with 2 outs. McMillan, a breaking ball. A little too far outside. We'll call that a 2-1 count now. Two and one with 2 outs. To Green, the left fielder. McMillan fires in a swing and a miss. And 2-2. Twos across the board, 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. 8-4 ball game advantage Pilots. The pitch from McMillan, that one does not find the strike zone. That is a 3-2 count now. William Carlone waits on deck. He's 0 for 1 on the day. The payoff pitch from McMillan swung on and hit back right out in front of McMillan, but that one looks like it hits. Green in the box. And again, my apologies for that gust of wind that just came through. The payoff pitch to Green. And on the outside, he will walk.
There's a Niagara State Park walk for Green. Now batting, extra hitter for Virginia Commonwealth.
This now brings up the extra hitter for the Niagara Power. William Carlone, like I said, 0 for 1 on the day. Reached on a fielder's choice in the third and then walked in the fifth. Strike one finds its way to the strike zone. 0-1 the count. McMillan on the mound. Looks over to first. He'll step and deliver home. Breaking ball on the inside. Good block by Gebauer to keep that one in front of him and keep Green at first. 1-1 the count for the left-hander on the mound. He'll step and deliver to Carlone. Again on the inside, 2-1 the count. Two and one with 2 outs. Swing and a miss by Carlone will even up the count at 2-2. Top of the order, Noah Marcello waits on deck. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. 8-4 ball game. The Pilots currently lead. See, will step and deliver. Breaking ball. And they're taking off for second is Green. Good throw down to second base, and they will not get him. Sliding in safely is Green. A 3-2 count here for Carlone against McMillan. With a runner now in scoring position, you like to chip into that lead as much as you can. Three and 2 with 2 outs. Ball 4 to Carlone. As this brings up the top of the order. Noah Marcello, so far in the day, he's 1 for 3, a base hit in the third inning. McMillan, the lefty, on the mound with runners at first and second. Swing and miss by Marcello. An 0-1 count for the right-handed batter from Skyline University. McMillan, the Mississauga, Ontario native, on the mound, and Niagara University freshman, steps in, delivers a breaking ball, finds the inside part of the plate, and quickly 0-2 to Niagara's leadoff batter. Bryce Arnold waits on deck. 0-2 the count with 2 outs. McMillan looks back to second, looks back again, and will fire home. And a ground ball hit to Marty Cole, and he will throw over to first, but not in time. Good play. Alex Green held up and did not just run into the tag out from the third baseman. By the time the third baseman decided to throw down to first base, it was not in time. And with 2 outs, it is Bryce Arnold up with the bases loaded. And he currently represents the tying run at home. Bryce Arnold, so far in the day, also 1 for 3, like Noah Marcello. Was caught stealing in the 5th inning, but reached before that by way of a base hit. McMillan, he comes set and delivers, and ball 1. Oh, 1 the count. That's a strike on the inside corner. 1-1. 1-1 the count with 2 outs. And a base hit to center field. Coming around third to score will be William Carlone. He is in safely, and now runners at the corners. The Niagara Power are now down by a score of 8-6. A 2-run base hit for the Niagara Power. William Carlone came around third to score. Alex Green decided to jog in, as this will signal a meeting between the Newark Pilots. Bit of a 2-out rally here for the Niagara Power. It'll be Cole Gabrielson that will step to bat against the Canadian left-hander on the mound. Scott Ogren waits on deck. Ogren, we've seen strike out twice in a row. When he wasn't doing that in the 3rd and the 6th inning, he grounded out to Kevin Higgins in the 2nd. And called out on a check swing his last time up last inning. Now 2 outs, runners on the corners. Cole Gabrielson, he's 0 for 2. Walked in the 3rd, was stranded at 3rd. McMillan steps and delivers. Foul ball hit down the right field side. No balls, 1 strike. After Ogren, it's Aaron Greenfield. He's also struck out twice. 0-1 the count. And a base hit to right field. Jogging in from third will be Noah Marcello. And just like that, a 1-run game as the Niagara Power continue to put together a little string of hits and a 2-out rally in the bottom of the 7th. This now brings up Scott Ogren. A righty on lefty matchup for Ogren at the plate as he watches a breaking ball on the outside corner. McMillan again with an 0-1 count. 2 outs, runner at first and second. He'll step in, deliver, runner going from second to third, sliding into third as he is not in time. Bryce Arnold tagged out at third base. And the last out of the inning made at third base. Never like to see that, but nonetheless, only a one-run deficit for the Niagara Power as we head into the top of the 8th. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on WLVL. Hello and welcome back into Sal Magley Stadium. It's Jack McDonald leading things off here for the Newark Pilots. He hits a fly ball to right field. Waiting to come to that one was Aaron Greenfield. Didn't think he was going to have a shot at that one. Let that one hit the ground. A leadoff base hit for Jack McDonald. He had a 3-run double in the 5th inning as he now stands at first base in the top of the 8th inning. Nick Adamo steps to bat now. Double play ball in place for the right-handed batter. Joey Schott still on the mound. Took something off that one, and Adamo out in front of that pitch. 0-1 the count. Schott steps in, delivers again, checking his swing was Adamo, but a called strike. Home plate umpire said he went around quickly. 0-2. Adamo 0 for 3 on the day, reached on an error in the 5th. And timeout called at home plate. No balls, 2 strikes. And a check swing again on a breaking ball on the outside. Appeal to the field umpire on the check swing to no avail. 1-2 the count. Jack McDonald at first base, the leadoff base hit for the for the first baseman. As strike 3 is called, a backwards K in the scorebook as Nick Adamo goes down on strikes. This brings up Kevin Higgins, the shortstop. He's had a great day in the field. And by the way, he's also got 2 runs scored and a double in the 6th inning. Ball on the outside for Joey Schott to start things off against Kevin Higgins. 1-run deficit for the Power, a 3-run bottom of the 7th. Breaking ball on the outside finds the zone. Kevin Higgins is in disbelief. That one and a few other strikes called today, probably balls. But the home plate umpire giving him that outside corner. You got to adjust to that if you're the hitter. Each ump has their own respective strike zone and game within the game to adjust to it. Throw over to first, not in time. 2-1 the count with 1 out. 8-7 ball game. Niagara Power cutting into this lead. Shot sets and delivers in a high fly ball to left field. Alex Green underneath that one. He will make the catch. Ball hung up there for a little longer than I was anticipating for the second out of the inning. This brings up Marty Cole, the third baseman.
Now batting the third baseman from Niagara University.
Marty Cole, he is 1 for 2 on the day. Niagara University product. A couple Niagara University Purple Eagles on this Newark Pilots squad. As a fake throw down to first base from Nicholas Balsalo. 1-0 the count. That was a called ball on that one. 1-0 the count with 2 outs. Shot on the mound, Baylor University product. Fires strike 1 on the outside. 1-1 the count for Joey Schott against Marty Cole. Schott delivers a foul ball hit down the left field side.
There goes the Niagara Falls State Park foul ball.
1-2 the count with 2 outs. 8-7 ball game. My apologies again for the win. Those of you listening on WLVL. And a called ball on the inside will even up the count at 2-2. Joey Schott on the mound still. He'll step off. A called time by Cole at the plate. With a 2-2 count with 2 outs, runner at first. You can never be too careful. Niagara Power closing in on this Newark lead. A swung on and missed for the third out of the inning as we head into the bottom of the 8th. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on WLVL.
No error and no errors, and one was left out.
My name's James Burns, live on WLVL. It's the Niagara Power welcoming in the Newark Pilots. Past couple innings, the Power able to cut into that 7-2 margin of 7-2 lead the Newark Pilots had. A 3-run bottom of the 7th inning now cut the lead to 8-7. Here's going to be Scott Ogren, Aaron Greenfield, and Tyler Lozano, 3 of the most dangerous Niagara Power hitters coming to bat. That's an 8-7 ball game. The Niagara Power certainly, if they can take a lead here and shut out the Newark Pilots in the top of the 9th, there will be no reason for a bottom of the 9th. Pitching now for the Newark Pilots. The new pitcher in relief. We'll get a name and a number on that. My apologies for not getting that to you sooner. 1-0 count. For those of you listening on WLVL, it's been a constant stream of wind. We aren't broadcasting outside. We'll certainly brainstorm ways to which that will not happen in the future. 2 balls, no strikes, no outs. Scott Ogren watches strike one, middle of the zone. That's Michael Helton from Macalester College, a native of Laguna Beach, California, on the mound now. And Helton fires strike 2 off the top of the bat of Ogren into the glove. Max Gebauer still behind the plate, calling the balls and strikes for his pitchers. Two and 2 the count for Ogren. Helton delivers in a ball low, breaking ball below the zone. And that'll bring the count full. Aaron Greenfield waits on deck. 3 and 2 the count. Helton delivers to home. And a ground ball hit to Kyle Wood at second. He throws over to first in time for the first out of the inning. Or excuse me, my apologies. Ogren still on first base. That one bobbled by the first baseman, Jack McDonald. Just like that, the Power have a lead runner at first base. The score. And you hate to see that if you're the pitcher there. Helton delivers ball 1 on the outside to Greenfield. Go ahead, run at the plate. Action in Niagara Power's bullpen. As Helton, he sets and delivers. Strike 1 on the outside. 1-1 the count. Helton sets and delivers, and a base hit right back up the middle. Ogren will stay at second base. And a base hit will advance over to second and obviously put Greenfield at first. And just like that, Tyler Lozano. He steps to bat now. USC product is 1 for 2 on the day. Lozano base hit in the 4th inning, grounded out to Kevin Higgins, like many of the Power have done in the 6th. Helton on the mound. He'll step and deliver, breaking ball on the outside, 1-0. The Power have been patient against Helton so far. That's paid off. Go ahead run at first base. Good hit by Lozano makes this a completely different ball game. Time called by Lozano. He steps out and then back in. Breaking ball on the outside corner. That'll make it 1-1. Again, I cannot apologize enough for the wind in the microphone. For those of you listening on WLVL, good block in the dirt from Max Gebauer. Currently broadcasting outside. The wind has picked up here in the last several innings. It wasn't like this when the first pitch came about, but nonetheless, here we are dealing with the elements as best we can. 2-1 the count. Lozano swings and misses. That will even up the count at 2-2. 2-2 with no outs, runners at first and second. Go ahead run at first, represented by Aaron Greenfield. Helton delivers a foul ball hit by Lozano and on a play. And that'll keep the count at 2-2. Nicholas Balsalo waits on deck. He flew out last inning. Helton steps and delivers a breaking ball, finds the inside part of the plate to the disbelief of Lozano. And a called third strike as Lozano makes his way back to the dugout.
Now batting to the power, the catcher from Baylor University.
And Nicholas Balsalo, the Baylor University product. Teammate of Joey Schott, currently on the mound for the Power, but we do have action in the Power bullpen. Can't imagine we see Schott next inning. He's pitched a great 3 innings or so. Helton gets his sign, looks back at second and delivers a breaking ball on the outside. Balsalo, 1 for 3 on the day. A base hit in the second inning. They could use one here from him. Helton gets his sign from Gebauer and delivers ball on the inside, 2-0. Helton, Macalester College, Laguna Beach, California native. He gets his sign and delivers a strike on the outside corner. Pitcher's getting those calls on the outside corner today. Two and 1 the count with 1 out. Scott Ogren at second, Aaron Greenfield at first. They do not want to be stranded there. And with 1 out, Helton steps in, delivers a breaking ball on the inside. Did not find the plate. As Peterson yells down to Balsano. Hey, be ready for that breaking ball. I thought that was going to be called a strike. It was not. And with a 3-1 count, it is Balsalo who can be a little picky here against Helton. Helton on the mound for the Pilots. Pilots currently leads 8-7. Runners at first and second for the Power. Helton delivers and called strike low in the zone. A delayed call from the home plate umpire. And that'll bring the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Helton gets his sign. And the payoff pitch. Swung on in a high fly ball to right field. This one is foul by about a foot.
Niagara Falls State Park foul ball, not that much.
And that ball foul by about 12 inches. Otherwise would have put the Niagara Power out in front. Nicholas Balsalo may have been standing at third base. A baseball. No one ever said it was a fair game. 3-2 count with 1 out. Balsalo gets back in there after rounding first base. He thought that one was fair, or at least was hoping. Helton steps and delivers. And a ball on the outside for ball 4. And just like that, the bases are loaded. This will bring up Roberto Mejia Jr. Roberto Mejia Jr. Point Park University is a native of Tucson, Arizona. He's 1 for 3 so far on the day with a base hit and a run scored in the 5th. Now bases loaded with 1 out. You gotta hope he can at least tie it up here. Helton delivers. A breaking ball finds its way on the inside corner for strike 1. Helton gets his sign, the right-handed pitcher. And a breaking ball a little too far inside than the last pitch, and it's 1-1 that counts. One and 1 with 1 out. Strike 2 thrown to Mejia. I think Mejia knew he wanted that one. Breaking ball a little low in the zone. Want to at least try to put that one back into play. 1-2 the count with 1 out. Helton delivers, and good block by Gebauer. That fastball in the dirt will make the count 2-2. And we haven't talked about it a lot today, but this backstop at Sal Maglie Stadium, along with all of the room for foul balls. It's a unique setting. Pass ball can sometimes end in 2 bases. Helton delivers in strike 3 for Mejia. As he walks back to home plate, and a good fastball on the inside got Mejia swinging. And just like that, it's 2 outs as Alex Green comes to bat. Alex Green, a big game today so far. He's 1 for 1, but has walked twice, first in the 5th and then in the 7th. He's come around to score both times. He represents 2 of the runs for the Niagara Power. As he settles in against Helton. Helton fires strike 1. No balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs. As Green try to take advantage of this opportunity in front of him. Helton on the mound. He will step in, deliver, swing and a miss by Green. And that'll bring the count quickly to 0-2. A lot of room between Marty Cole at third and Kevin Higgins at short. First baseman Jack McDonald playing back end toward the line. Helton delivers again. A swing and a miss for Helton as Alex Green goes down on strikes, and the Newark Pilots get out of that jam. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on WLVL. Welcome back into Sal Magley Stadium. My name's James Burns. We're in the top of the 9th inning. Niagara Power currently trail 8-7. It's AC Chavez up for the Niagara Power on the mound. As he comes in, AC Chavez, St. Mary's University senior, just finished up his senior year, the left-hander out of El Paso, Texas. Never been to Niagara Falls, and asked him if he ever saw snow. He said he has. After the big snowstorm that swept through Texas, the energy siphoning that went on there too, or energy redistribution, whatever the word is, it's blanking my mind now, but lived through that very serious situation down there in Texas. Everybody, himself and his family, were okay. He said it was the first time he saw snow, and obviously very uncharacteristic of El Paso, Texas, as he'll look to shut down the Newark Pilots here. Do up its Frankie DiMartino, Patrick Blackall, and Max Gabauer. The 7, 8, 9 hitters. Kyle Wood, the 10th. Patrick Blackall on deck. He's the extra hitter. Essentially 2 designated hitters. AC Chavez on the mound, the left-hander. It fires ball 1 on the inside. Count. Chavez a little too far on the inside again. 2-0. And again, my apologies for those of you listening on WLVL. We are currently outside doing the broadcast. lot of wind going on into the mics, and I do apologize for that, but we are trying to bring you the best broadcast possible. 2-1 as Chavez throws strike one on the inside. Frankie DiMartino, a base hit in the 5th inning. He would come around to score. He also has 1 RBI and has struck out twice. So he swings and misses. 2-2 the count. Two to the count for AC Chavez, as he will step and deliver a foul ball into the Niagara Power dugout off the bat of Frankie DiMartino. DiMartino in left field today. Hasn't gotten a lot of action out there, but when he has, he's played well. And like I said, 1 for 3 so far on the day. He's at the bat now in the top of the 9th. We'll try to extend this lead the Pilots have over the Power, and he swings and misses in strike 3. Just like that, the first strikeout of the inning is the first out of the inning, as Chavez will look to shut down the rest of this Newark Pilots lineup with extra hitter Patrick Blackall. 1 for 3 on the day, struck out in the 3rd, a base hit and RBI, and a run scored in the 5th. Reached on a fielder's choice in the 6th inning. Chavez, the lefty, facing off against the right-handed batter. 1-0 the count. The count. Chavez again. Ball on the inside. Make that 2-0. And 2-0 again. Chavez steps and delivers. Call that ball 3. Chavez trying to throw strikes here. Target the inside part of the plate for both batters, both right-handed batters, and the on-deck batter, Gebauer, also right-handed. He fires strike 1 on the middle of the plate. Three and 1 the count with 1 out. Call that strike 2 on the inside. And Chavez able to battle back from a 3-0 count to now a 3-2. Chavez, the payoff pitch, and a high fly ball to center field. That's Cole Gabrielson moving back on that one. He will make the catch for the 2nd out of the inning. And good battle by AC Schrader to, AC Chavez. Thinking of AC Slater from Saved by the Bell. My apologies. AC Chavez able to battle back from a 3-0 count. 3-2 then eventually got the out. It's Max Gebauer. He is 0 for 3 on the day with 2 strikeouts. First pitch he sees a chopper to second base. Marcelo over to first in time for the 3rd out of the inning. So that's a 1-2-3 inning for the Niagara Power. They'll look to walk it off in the bottom of the 9th. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on WLVL. Hello and welcome back to Sal Magley Stadium. My name is James Burns, bringing you live coverage as the Niagara Power welcome in the Newark Pilots. Currently the Pilots lead 8-7. We're in the bottom of the ninth. And it's going to be Will Carlone. Sorry about that, guys. It'll be Will Carlone leading it off here for the Power. Then right after him will be the top of the order. Noah Marcello, Bryce Arnold also due up this inning. Carlone watches ball one on the inside. Michael Helton still on the mound for the Newark Pilots, as he'll look to close things out here for the Pilots. Righty on righty matchup. Helton delivers again, ball on the outside. Carlone takes that one. And 2-0 the count now. Helton again will deliver a strike on the inside. We'll make that a 2-1 count. Niagara Power scoring has come in bursts so far this game. So breaking ball finds its way down the middle of the plate after starting on the inside. Power scored 2 in the third, 2 in the fifth, 3 in the seventh. And obviously the Newark Pilots had a 7-run fifth inning that blew this game wide open at the time. And strike 3 called, a breaking ball that finds its way on the inside part of the plate. That's how Michael Helton will start off his 9th inning. This brings up Noah Marcello. Marcello 1 for 2 on the day. And again, my apologies for the wind. We are broadcasting outside today, but after today, I'm not sure how much longer that will last. 8-7 the score. Noah Marcello, like I said, 2 for 4 on the day, facing off against Michael Helton. 2 base hits and 2 runs scored for Marcello. He is also ground out to second and shortstop today. Helton delivered in a strike on the inside corner. We'll make it a 1-1 count. Bryce Arnold, also 2 for 4, waits on deck. Michael Helton steps in, delivers that one over the head of the ducking Marcello. A 2-1 count now. Gotta imagine that one got away from him. 1-run game in the bottom of the ninth. They're not going to try and hit anybody here. Marcello, ball on the outside. Make that a 3-1 count. Helton a shutout inning last inning. He's pitched well, got himself out of a jam last time. Bases loaded jam with 3 strikeouts. So he delivers again and a called strike on the inside corner. A breaking ball that has gotten a few of these Niagara Power hitters. 3-2 the count now. Helton battling back with 1 out and the base is empty. Payoff pitch. And a high fly ball to right field. Ranging over to his left is Brandon Chisholm, and that one out of the reach of him and foul. We'll stay at 3-2 and do it again. Three and 2 the count with 1 out. 8-7 ball game advantage Pilots. Niagara Power looking to walk this one off in the bottom of the ninth, or at least send it to extra innings. And ball 4 high and inside will put Noah Marcello on first base. And this looks like it will bring out a defensive meeting, as Tobin is out for the Newark Pilots. And we will bring in a reliever for the Newark Pilots. And this game, 1-run game in the bottom of the ninth. Nothing that you want to be too cautious with, as Helton will make his way back down to the Pilots dugout. His teammates will come out to greet him. 8-7 ball game in the bottom of the ninth. How did we get here? The Niagara Power came out to a 2-0 lead in the bottom of the third inning. Chandler Giles came in relief for, at the time, it was Sam Stoutenborough. Giles unfortunately gave up 7 runs in the top of the 5th inning. That made it a 7-2 ball game. The Niagara Power answered with 2 in the bottom of the 5th. 7-4. Next inning, top of the 6th inning, the Pilots able to put 1 across the board to make it an 8-4 ball game. Fast forward a couple more innings, it was the bottom of the 7th inning. The Niagara Power able to plate 3 more for a 8-7 tally now. And all 3 of those runs coming with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning. A scoreless 8th inning for both teams. Scoreless 8th inning for both teams. A.C. Chavez came in for the Niagara Power in the top of the 9th. Shut down the Newark Pilots hitting. And now in the bottom of the 9th inning, the game-winning run is represented by Bryce Arnold, as he waits patiently for his turn at the bat. It's Johnny Doherty. He's coming in relief for the Newark Pilots. Just finished up his sophomore year at Queens College, and a native of Kings Park, New York. Queens College, Kings Park, down right there. As he finishes up his warm-up here, let's bring Bryce Arnold to the plate. And Bryce Arnold so far, he's 2 for 4 on the day. Unfortunately, has been caught stealing twice. In the 5th inning, he was caught stealing second. In the 7th, he was caught stealing third. That was the second out in the inning. He ended the 5th inning getting caught at second. But he reached by way of base hit both times. No walk, no hit by pitch, no error. He makes good contact on the ball. We'll see what he can do here, as he will attempt to advance Marcelo, be that to second, third, or bring around to score. Advance him nonetheless. As the umpire signals play ball, this brings up this brings up Bryce Arnold. As Bryce Arnold settles in. Taking off for second base is the leadoff hitter, Marcelo. And that one not even close. He didn't even slide. So there you go. From first to second is Marcelo. Bryce Arnold at the plate. 1 out, runner at second. And taking off for third is Marcelo again. Throw down to third base is not in time. He's sliding in and he is safe. And talk about aggressive base running, aggressive play calling. This will bring in the infield for the Newark Pilots as they attempt to cut off that run to home. Marcelo obviously showing that he has the speed. Swung on in a ground ball. And Kevin Higgins will bobble that one. He throws over to first. That one is not in time, says the field umpire. And Kevin Higgins, who has been unbelievable so far in the field today, this will back up the infield, or at least the middle infielders. He doesn't get it to first in time. And reaching by way of an error on the shortstop is now Bryce Arnold. Cole Gabrielson now comes to the bat. He's 1 for 3 on the day, reached base twice, once by way of a walk and then by way of a base hit in the 7th. He swings the first pitch, he sees a foul ball straight back into the netting. Won the count with 1 out. Doherty on the mound for the Pilots. He steps off. Both runners get back. He fires into Cole Gabrielson, a breaking ball. Finds the outside part of the zone. It makes it an 0-2 count. And the pitch again. Called a strike 3 on the breaking ball. A backwards K in the scorebook. As Gabrielson, his second strikeout of the day. He's looking in on that one. This one brings up Scott Ogren. Ogren currently 0 for 4 on the day. 2 strikeouts. Reached in the 8th on an error. He was stranded at third. As he watches ball 1. And Doherty on the mound. A righty on righty matchup. Favoring Doherty. Runners at the corners. As he fires a ball high in the zone. 2-0 the count. And just like that, looks like that is an intentional walk. Want to save Doherty's arm and load the bases. You gotten out at any base now. You're a strategic move for the Newark Pilots. As this one brings up Aaron Greenfield. As the head coach for the Newark Pilots, scheduling one of his players to come in way more. As strike 1 delivered to Aaron Greenfield. Greenfield 1 for 4 on the day. Or my apologies, 1 for 3. Base hit, a walk in, 2 strikeouts. 1-1 the count to him as that ball a little too far on the inside. 1-1 the count. Doherty sets in a breaking ball. Good block by Gebauer. As that block by Gebauer keeps it a 8-7 game. 2-1 count. Doherty steps on. 2 outs with the bases loaded. You got a pressure cooker here. Ball on the inside. That'll make it 3-1 here. Obviously don't want to walk home the game-tying run if you're Doherty. Aaron Greenfield in the box. Doherty delivers and a strike on the outside corner. And another strike called on the outside part of the plate that one of several players has disagreed with here. This time it's Aaron Greenfield. 3-2 with 2 outs. Bottom of the 9th. Power down by 1. Doherty delivers and a swung and a called strike to end the game. And a backwards K to end the game as the Niagara Power fail to come back in this one. Final score to this one is 8-7 by favor of the Newark Pilots. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to YouTube and WLVL. Be sure to tune in tomorrow night at 6 p.m. as the Niagara Power welcome in the Batavia Muck Dogs. We'll see you then. For myself and the rest of the crew, I'm James Burns. We'll see you next time.